It's 11 p.m. in a park in Perth, and two sexy men are walking through it. It's middle of the night, and a pond is spotted. I spot a pond, and it's very small. It's a little circular pond, and it has a flame in the middle. And I'm like, that is cold as fuck. And I'm like, maybe I get a picture of this, although it's hard to take pictures late at night. And so I'm like, what could make this better? And as I'm watching it, as we're walking past it, these two ducks in the middle of the night, they should be sleeping or some shit. I don't know what ducks get up to in the late hours of the night, but only like I can suspect what they get up to. And it's probably pretty fucking dirty shit, man. So anyway, these two ducks, they get wet. They stick their toes in the fucking, what the hell, Royal Giant and Meganite? They stick their toes in the pond, they swim in it together. Meanwhile, I'm like, holy fucking smokes. It's the middle of the night. Two ducks have just landed in the pond of fire. Literally, it's a pond with a flame. It's like Olympic flame in the middle. And it's like tiny as well. It's a man-made thing, right? And so these two ducks landed it, and I'm like, holy fucking smokes. This is the opportunity for the coldest picture of 2025. So the plan was, the flame has a little area underneath it, which I imagine if the ducks went under that, it would be hot as shit. If I was a duck, you wouldn't catch me underneath a flame, is what I'm trying to say. Well, that's good timing. This is literally my one chance to win this game. So if I can just hold that thought for 1 second, take his entire... Okay, I'm going to do this. So the fisherman actually goes for the cannon instead, because... well, that's going to be quite helpful, actually. And I'm just going to try and keep that kind of going as long as possible. And then this evolved Dark Goblin's going to clutch the fuck up. He's spent a lot of elixir there, so let's hope we can get the poison. I actually don't think that's too bad, because the poison did a ton of damage to the Royal Giant as well. We took his tower against an evolved Royal Giant and an evolved Meganite, so I'm not complaining. So I'm like, this is a chance for the hardest photo of 2025, and I don't know how I'm going to get this picture, because the ducks are not going to want to go underneath the thing. So I'm thinking... maybe I can get a picture of them when they're in line with it or something, so that I can get the flame, the duck, and the pond, and the flame reflecting on the pond. I had this like, I just had this Picasso like vision in my mind, man, and I just knew this had to happen. I was channeling my inner, I don't know, something was being channeled. Anyway, let's go with this, and hopefully Evolve Cannon can save my ass against all this shit. And it looks like it pretty much can. Let me just go with this as well to make sure that he doesn't take my tower, because this guy is sweating his entire fucking crack to get that tower, and unfortunately didn't pay off. And now I get to do the fun part of the game, where I get to fucking spam a couple logs in his face. My favorite part of the day, baby. All right, let's give him a little bit of hope. Oh no, what happened, Mr. Yourself? What happened? Oh, woo! Anyway, so I'm going to get the picture. So I'm like, how do I get the ducks where I want them without scaring them off? I need them in the pond for this picture. And so I get my other friend. I'm like, all right, mate, I'm going to hold the camera in this optimal position. Like, have it like, I have that shit like fucking, this is, I know, Samsung, whatever. I'm going to kill myself. I have it like this. And I have it like locked in the perfect position just to get the photo of dreams, man. I know what I'm looking for. It's like the flame with like the moon, like the flame like reflecting on the pond like a moon or something. I'm like, this is going to be insane. I just need the ducks to like cross past it underneath the flame in line on the reflection. I just had this perfect idea. Anyway. So I'm like, okay, how do I get the ducks in that position? One of us is going to have to herd them, or one of us holds the phone. So I'm holding the phone, and the other person is literally like slowly like creeping up on the ducks. Okay, this sounds really like almost perverted. It's animals though, right? You can do pervy. No, you can't actually. I'd like to have that stricken from the record. You cannot do pervy things with animals. And I never have any intention of doing that. It's fucked up, man. Anyway, we got off track. Fucking topic. So they have to like herd the ducks without scaring the shit out of them is basically the game plan. And it turns out these two ducks are like fucking the Terminators or something. They're not scared of fucking shit. And so they just get chased around this thing. Like, and they just, some animals are so interesting because they're just completely used to humans. And these two ducks were no exception. So what started as a slow meander and the ducks just slowly moving around the pond turned into a fucking, literally, my friend was sprinting, and they refused. They wanted to stay in that pond, and they weren't going to let any fucking human take them out of that. And so my friend was chasing them around the pond at top speed while it's literally like he's chasing them in circles. And so they're just going in circles basically. And they refuse to leave the pond. And I'm like, this is fantastic. Because the longer they stay in the pond, the more of a chance I have a photo. I thought they were going to get scared off and immediately leave once they started getting chased. Like fly off or something. But they didn't. And so my friend kept chasing them. And eventually we couldn't get the photo on my phone. I would say the Samsung, contrary to popular belief, has a fucking stovetop on the back. It's meant to have a good camera, and usually it does. But for some reason at nighttime, it wasn't taking the right photo, or whatever. Maybe I'm just shit at taking photos. And so I can show you, mid-game, what one of the photos looked like at this very moment. Let me just show you in like 1 millisecond while I defend this. I think this dick has like actually the answers to everything in this entire game. Like Evolve Dark Goblin and Evolve Cannon are nasty evolutions. And then you throw a fucking Expo in there, and what are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? The good thing is people are like very keen to use their spells on a Dark Goblin, and then that just gives Expo the free reign to do its thing. Alright, that firecracker needs to die. Alright, let's go with this. He's probably going to go Tesla. I'm going to go with this here to try and do some damage. He's going to log it for sure. He needs to log that, otherwise that poison is going to melt. Okay, well the poison just fucking killed like everything, so let's just go with this. Ooh, that got that last shot off. It kind of saved him. Let me pull this photo up while that's there. He'll play a giant skeleton. Oh, I just looked at the final product of what this photo ended up being. But I was taking photos like this, which are hard, don't get me wrong, but not it. So that was what we're dealing with. Like, that's not going to go in the Louvre, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think French people are going to like that in their fucking museum. It's hard. Like, look at the way the duck is, like, churning past the flame. Like, almost like he's won the race. Look at those two cunts. They look like they're fucking racing. And my guy is, like an Olympic athlete surging forward to make sure he crosses the finish line. But I knew better could be done. So anyway, my friend used their phone, and they plonked it in the position I told them to put it in. I'm like, all right, I'm going to herd these ducks in the perfect position, and you're going to take the most Hall of Fame picture of 2025. And so I got to work. I stood up. And I perfectly, on the first go, after many laps from my friend of trying to herd them, got the ducks in the perfect position. And that's when my friend started taking some pictures on their phone. And let's just say we got the shot. Let's just say we got the fucking shot. Now, I'm going to show you what this picture looks like on my phone, and it's not going to do it justice, so we're going to do something that we seldom do on this channel. Editing. And I'm going to show you the photo in full quality. But this, my friends, this is the photo. God damn! Wait, hang on. It's like a prince or some shit. I gotta show you that in a second. It is the greatest thing since Thanos killed the Avengers, dude. Hang on, actually, let me just go for an expo. This guy's kind of got a lot of weird shit. Fuck it. Ooh, I didn't expect him to play the whole kitchen sink there. Alright, come on, poison, kill it! Alright, we get some chip damage, you take that. Alright, just chill out, Lant. Lant just doesn't know when to stop. Alright, Hall of Fame pull there. Don't zap. Good, who's a good Lanty? Alright, anyway, here we go. Oh, what the hell? Holy fuck. He's mid-quack! Look at that shit! He is mid-quack. Now, if I ever drop a fucking album, which I have no talent and no skill whatsoever when it comes to most things in life, but if it ever happens, man, I swear to God, that is going to be the cover of the album, for sure. Anyway, let me just make sure we take care of this Evolved Mega Knight. I am going to have that photo up in all its glory in this video, just for you to see. I'm going to add the necessary edit, which is not editing the photo, but it is the like album thing for the parental advidence. I can't speak fucking English. All right, let's just go with this and see what he's gonna do here. That's a lock. All right, now what? Okay, so let's go with this. Evolve Cannon's kind of gonna go crazy here, and that's why we have it in the deck, and that's fucking game over. All right, you want to go with something that, yeah, is not gonna work for you. Alright, he spent a ton of elixir, and I don't have a big spell, so let's finish his ass off. Let's give him the final spanking and send him home. It's going to be Mega Knight. Yeah, okay. He has the elixir, but he's lower generally. That's what my 2 cents is telling me. And if you know me, you know I've got 2 cents. Anyway, look at that fucking dissection of that push. Right, that thing can go to hell. Oh, that's kind of still alive. let's just chill out. Let's leave that to do its thing. I'm not really worried. Yeah, look at you. You predicted my skeletons. Let's go with this. And if he doesn't have Mega Knight in hand, it's game over. Oh, he's going to go Tesla. Oh, he got it. Okay. Well, let's just kill that. He might overspend on Ewiz. Alright, well, it's game over. Unless he Teslas. No, it's game over. Alright, well, there you go. Good game. So, the image I will have on screen now, that is the story complete. What do you think of the image? I thought it was really hard. Smash subscribe.